one of you, my dear students, lovely students. Hope so you are enjoying these digital classes. And now, before going to start, let me once again appeal for your cooperation and support. As I can say, nowadays students are they are becoming little bit lenient and non-serious, but I wish that you will come back and you will start studying very seriously. So welcome to digital classes. This is a chemistry period and we are doing our chapter chemical kinetic. Okay, so already we have started this unit, so let's see what we have done from this unit. So we have done the main definition of kinetic. And what is the meaning of kinetic? We did rate of reaction, in which we studied that it is the rate of disappearance of reactant and appearance of product at a given constant temperature and pressure. Okay, then we have studied factor affecting rate of reaction. It is factor affecting rate of reaction is temperature, concentration of reactant, catalyst, surface area of reactant, nature of reactant, and the product. Okay, so then we are going to study about concentration and rate. It means that it is the relation between concentration and rate, that is simply known as rate law or order of reaction. Rate law we studied. Rate law is, we need to define K. Today I am going to take the same in the form of derivation, that is derive the rate law or in zero order and first order, that we are going to do today. Okay, and we studied last 2 days. I have sent video related to order of reaction and molecularity, and basic difference between order of reaction and molecularity we did. And now up to this point we reached. Then we will study temperature and rate. Now concentration versus rate we are studying, relation between concentration of reactant versus rate of reaction. Then we will study about the temperature of, then we will study the reaction relation between temperature and rate, okay, which is called Arrhenius equation. It is also very important. Then we will study the pseudo order reaction. Then we will think about the adsorption kinetic model. Okay, these are not in your syllabus. So this is, dear students, we did. Now hope so you understood whatever we studied up to now. So now chemical kinetic, we studied that it is telling us about how fast the reaction is proceeding. Reaction rate is change in the concentration of reactant or product with time. So it is, let it be, take example A converting to B, reactant converting to product. So we will write it in this way. It is minus delta molar concentration A upon delta T, and which means change in concentration A over the time period T. Then appearance of B, product, delta B upon delta T. It is delta B, change in concentration of B over time period. So we find that why A reactant is negatively charged, because it is decreasing, and B is positive charged because it is increasing. Okay, so today we will do our zero order reaction, integrated rate equation for zero order, integrated rate equation for first order. So till then, although in one of the slides we discussed about order of reaction, it is the sum of power of concentration term in the rate equation, which is known as order of reaction, or you can define it. It may be defined as given with the respect of all participating reactant, in which case is called order of reaction. Suppose, for example, MA react with NB. So it means the M and N is order of reaction. Okay, there is zero order reaction, there is first order of reaction. So basically zero order reaction, there is zero order of reaction, first order of reaction. In zero order reaction we studied that mole, liter inverse, second inverse is the unit, and it is independent to the concentration of reacting species. Whereas first order reaction, it is somewhere depending upon the first concentration of reactant, that's why it is 1. Okay, the value is coming K is equal to 2.303 upon T log A upon A minus X, whereas half life is T half is equal to 0.693 upon K. So today I am going to today I'm going to tell you how these value derived, okay, how these value came. Okay, so please stay tuned and watch the video carefully. So dear students, today I'm going to tell you about integrated rate equation, which came from where. Let's understand. As we studied already, factor affecting rate of reaction, factor can be affected by temperature, concentration of reactant. So first we are taking concentration of reactant. In concentration is what it is basically. The concentration dependence upon rate is called differentiation rate equation, but in differentiation we are taking very small minor changes that is occurring. As we have studied that R is changed into P, and rate will write in disappearance of reactant with independent to concentration of reactant. Okay, then it will become minus K dt in case of first order. So here if we will take seriously this graph, so in this graph you can see initial concentration, then concentration change, then concentration change. So with the change in concentration, the reaction rate is going to be decrease. It is decrease because slope is toward down. Okay, and this change is delta r minus delta r upon delta t minus r2 minus r1 minus r2 minus r1 upon t2 minus t1. But when we will talk about differentiation, this is the change in reactant. Here differentiation is marginal, very small, instantaneous quickly, minus dr upon dt, which is showing slope negative. But this is very difficult to find out the rate constant. This, with the help of this method, we cannot find out rate constant and order of reaction. So to calculate order of reaction and rate constant, we need to move for next method, that is integrated rate equation. Okay, so let's start integrated rate equation. So it is the method that is used for determining the rate constant of the reaction. Okay, this is the basically method to determine the rate constant, and you know very well about rate constant. What is rate constant? It is denoted with K. So in this particular section, the integrated equation is used, and this is used to determine the equation only for zero and first order chemical reaction. Okay, basically we have zero order reaction, first order reaction, second order reaction, third order reaction, but basically integrated rate equation in this topic, in this chapter, is only for zero order and first order reaction. So let's start zero order reaction. It means that zero mean that it is zero, so it is in which rate of reaction is proportional to the zero power of concentration of reactant. Zero power of concentration of reactant. Okay, and rate doesn't depend on concentration of reactant, which mean that the rate of reaction doesn't depend upon the concentration of reactant. Dear student, as we have discussed that how fast the reaction will be there, how much time the reaction will take, it totally depending upon the order of reaction. Okay, so consider a reaction. I am going to derive this equation now. Consider reaction. Rate or reactant will change into product, and you know very well about the rate of reaction. It is disappearance of reactant and appearance of product. So disappearance of reactant is minus, in case of differentiation method, as we have studied that differentiation rate equation is in which the rate of reaction is depending upon the concentration only. Okay, it is not always suitable for determining the instantaneous rate of reaction. It is measured by determining the slope of the tangent at point t. So thus it is becoming difficult to determine the rate law, and hence the order of reaction can be determined by the integrated rate equation. So rate is equal to minus d molar concentration r upon dt, whereas molar concentration of r or reactant is 0, because we are talking about zero order reaction. So it means that delta r naught is always equal to 1. So here dr, now dr is equal to, minus will go that side, minus k dt. Okay, this we have shift this side, so it become minus k dt. Okay, so now on integrated, when we are going to integrate, on integration both side, okay, what is value we are getting? It is now d will change into integration. D will when we are going to do integrating, so we are removing d. So d removed, it become r is equal to minus kt plus integration. Okay, so it means that, dear students, let's understand. Here is, you need to understand it properly. Like when we are going to change from differentiation to integration, in mathematics you have done differentiation, integration also. Differentiation is used to study the very small minute period, or integration used for in detail. Okay, so this is molar concentration r, because d has removed, so minus k, d will remove, t plus integration. So this is our equation 1. This is, we are going to take our equation 1. Okay, now whereas I is the constant of integration, okay, so initially what is happening now, when initially t is 0, then concentration of reactant can be written R is equal to R naught that time. Okay, whereas now R naught is, it is the initial concentration of reactant. It is initial concentration of reactant. So this derivation you need to do in your notebook also. Now from equation 1, now we'll change from equation 1. This from equation 1, R change into R naught minus, now you know T is 0 here in initial, so T is 0 plus I, and it become, so delta R naught is equal to minus K into 0 is 0. This equation is becoming 0. This whole equation is becoming 0. So it become is equal to I only. So it means that R naught is equal to I only. Okay. So now it is equation 2, and now the value of this R naught, we are going to put in place of I here. In place of I, we will write R naught here. So the equation 1 become R is equal to minus KT plus R naught. Okay. Hope so you understood. So when we are going to simplify, after simplifying, the value become K is equal to, now K is equal to R naught minus, it will come this side, R, there is nothing, upon T. So this is the equation for zero order reaction. This is the equation for integrated equation for zero order reaction. Okay. So this we can, so now if we plot graph, that is the reactant, molar concentration reactant against T, mean this side reactant, concentration of reactant, and this side it is time. So what is happening, basically initially the rate of concentration is here on the top, and as the reactant concentration is going to be decrease, the time it is going to be taken more, time is going to be increased. So it means it shows that the integrated rate equation proves that the rate constant K is showing negative slope. Negative slope mean toward down, it is showing negative slope. Okay, so this proves that in zero order reaction the rate of reaction is not depending upon the concentration of reactant. Okay, so zero order reaction are not so common. Basically these are not so common. Example, zero order reactions are not so common. They occur under special zero order reaction occurs under special condition. So dear students, many times students are asking there, sir, how we can identify the order of reaction. So two things are there. Order of reaction can be determined. One is by identifying its SI unit. Okay, you know very well what is the SI unit of zero order reaction. Yes, anyone think? Then tell me. It is mole inverse liter per second. Yeah, mole inverse liter second inverse. Okay, mole inverse liter second inverse, that we have done already. Not mole inverse, it is mole liter inverse second inverse. It is not mole inverse, it is mole mole liter inverse second inverse. One, by identifying this you can identify the order of reaction is zero order reaction. Second, in any reaction, suppose for example I was taking example of you can say one example I have taken, that is in which the catalyst was there. Okay, those reaction in which catalyst was there, number one, enzyme, in the presence of enzyme. Number 2, in the presence of catalyst, that can be transitional elements, transitional, in the presence of transitional elements. Okay, and some of the examples reactions also which occur on metal surfaces like rusting and these that thing, because these are going to be occur under the temperature and pressure. Those reactions are called zero order reactions. So I'm writing one reaction here. Let it be 2 molecule of ammonia gas decompose into nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas. Okay, whereas at 1130 Kelvin, in the presence of platinum catalyst, these are the hint. If it is written somewhere in any reaction, then directly reaction is zero order reaction. Okay, because this decomposition occur in this special condition, then it is in this way we can recognize the reaction is zero order reaction. Okay, some of the more information I want to tell you, that is the decomposition of ammonia on finely divided platinum surface is of first order when concentration of ammonia is low. Okay, and in this reaction, especially at high pressure, surface of platinum catalyst is saturated with ammonia gas, in which a further change in reaction condition is unable to alter the amount of ammonia on the surface of catalyst and making the rate of reaction independent to its concentration. Because of this, when platinum is going to react with ammonia, because of that break down ammonia into N2 and H2 without the changing the concentration, without depending upon the concentration of ammonia. Okay, that's why this reaction is called zero order reaction. Okay, so now I'm going to tell you about the half-life of zero order reaction. Now let's understand first what is the meaning of half-life for zero order reaction. As you can see, if dear students, if I'll take example of human life, if human life, I can say if it is average 80 years nowadays, average I am telling, some of the people they can live more than 80, some of the people they can die before 80. Okay, so if human life average is 80 years, so what would be the half life of that average half life of human? Obviously 80 upon 2, it is 40 years. Okay, then person or any human that reach in the age of 40 years, it means that he has, in that the person's average life, yeah, half life is 40. The same way the reaction life is also there. So if zero order reaction is there, zero order reaction's half life is, how we can determine that, we need to study. It is the time in which the concentration of a reactant is reduced to 1/2 of its initial concentration, which is called half-life reaction. So let me write the definition first. It is the time in which concentration of a reactant is reduced to 1/2, which is 1/2 half of its initial concentration. Okay, initial concentration, you know very well, we are writing R naught. Initial concentration is called half life reaction. Okay, it represent with T, it is represented with T 1/2, T half, it is represented with T half. So for zero order reaction, T half for zero order of reaction is equal to, as we know that we have found that the formula for zero order reaction is K is equal to R naught minus R upon T. Okay, and now if we are talking about T, so T we are taking now half. So in this way R will also change into 1/2 R naught. Got my point? Okay, so after this, the rate constant now, the rate constant would be at t half become k is equal to r naught minus half r naught. Now in place of r we will write now half r naught. Got my point? Just you need to substitute it. The best thing in derivation is just to remember, or I can say just to remember these equations, number 1 2 3 4. Why equation is given? Because one equation is replaced with other and we can find out the solution. Okay, so in this way we got, now it is t is changed into t half. Now t in place of t we will write now t half. Okay, so once we have written this equation, then it become the value is become, I can say it is becoming t half will go here, k will come this side, is equal to r half minus half r half r naught minus half r naught. It will become r naught upon 2. Okay, this 1 upon 2 will come down, it become 2k. Got my point? So mathematically the equation of half life, this is the equation 5 is the equation 5 is half life zero order reaction. Half life zero order reaction. It is clear that T half for a zero order reaction is directly proportional to the initial concentration of the reactant and inversely proportional to the rate constant. T half is directly proportional to the R naught initial concentration, inversely proportional to the double of rate constant. Okay, so this is all about zero order reaction. Tomorrow we will do first order rate of reaction. Okay, first order rate of integrated law of first order rate of reaction and integrated rate law of half life of first order rate of reaction. Thank you, have a nice day. Hope so you enjoyed this video and you understood. Now dear students, whole derivation, once again watch this video, drive whole derivation, write down in your notebook and do it again and again. Okay, because most of the time in your exam this derivation they can be asked. Okay, thank you.
Stay home, stay safe, take care of your family. Be the corona warrior, don't be the corona carrier. Thanks for watching this video. Have a nice day. Thanks a lot.